Hey everyone, it's your boy Chuck, back at it again with another speed paint video. Before we start a video, I just want to say this is recorded on the 3rd of June. Things getting pretty crazy at the moment with Corona happening, all the protests and stuff, which is I think is given, right? I support the protest. I support the movement that they try to brings out the issues about the Black Lives Matters and stuff like that. They have my full support because I don't think, let me address this a little bit. I don't think racism is needed in this world, in this new decade. It's not needed. Everyone need to come together and just form a united society. We don't need racism. It doesn't bring any good. It always brings harm to the society itself. So I'm not sure what will be happening in the future because this video will be up if I don't change my schedule, probably 2 weeks from now. So I don't know what will happen at the moment. I hope the things have settled down. I hope every problems has solved and people that need justice get their justice and stuff like that. I can only wish things got better from this time around. And I leave a link in the description below. I'm not sure how relevant this link will be in the future, but this is the link that regarding the issue at the moment, right? So you can click on that link if there is any link, and if the link is still relevant, you can click on that link, support the cause, and enjoy the video. So what I want to talk about today was consistency. Okay, so how to be consistent, because in my opinion, and I'm pretty sure a lot of successful people kind of agree on with me on this, right? Even though I think I'm not that successful yet, just yet, because I don't really have anything to show at the moment. I'm still struggling to gain or achieve my goal, but I believe the key to success, one of the key to success is being consistent. Yeah, because it is just natural. If you consistent enough, you cannot fail unless you quit, right? Does that make sense? I mean, it depends on what type of things you are consistent with, right? It depends on what you're doing. But if you were shooting for some goal, and in my opinion, if you consistent enough, you cannot fail. Whatever you do, you cannot fail unless you quit. And yeah, if you quit, then that's the end game right there. So what I want to talk about here is as an artist, as a guy that have been doing art for his career by now, I just want to talk about how to keep yourself consistent on what you're trying to do. Yeah. First and foremost, I advise you to create a schedule. Basically, me personally, I don't really like a schedule. I don't really follow my schedule for the longest time. Back then I do have schedule and stuff, right? Because I'm working at the moment and stuff. I don't really follow them. It's just like I like to just go about my life and try to figure out things later and not having schedule and stuff. To me, that is much convenient way of living, or more fun way, I would say. Not necessarily convenient, but definitely fun, more fun that way. So I start to make a schedule and follow them for the past 2 months by now, and I have seen significant increase on productivity, significant increase on my passion project, significant increase on my YouTube channel content, significant increase on my stream content. Twitch.tv/Chakuden, check it out. So this is the main key for you to become consistent, right? To have a schedule, because when you have schedule, you have goal. Every day you have goal to meet. Every day you have like a set of achievement that you feel obligated to achieve, right? So if you have this, like it's kind of like RPG game, you know, it's like daily challenge kind of thing. If you want to relate this with game world to make it more fun, I guess. A lot of you guys gamer, so you get what I mean. Create a schedule. Not just a schedule of, okay, today I need to do this and this. Not just that. Provide a timeline for this schedule, like a real schedule, right? Like from 7 to 8 a.m. what are you doing? From 8 to 9 a.m. what are you doing? That kind of format of schedule. Not just like, okay, today I have to finish this and this. It has to be finished today. It doesn't matter whenever you do it, but it has to be finished today. If you have that kind of schedule, believe me, most of the time you just be like, yep, I'm just gonna wait until it was like 12 a.m. or some shit, and then start working on it. Like start binging every works that you have that day, which is not good practice of being consistent, and not a good practice to create a good content if you're a content creator like me. Because for a good content, or at least for a decent content, you have to, have a room to chill. You gotta have a time to think about what you want to do and stuff like that. So make sure, if you want to create a schedule, make a real schedule with timeline. Don't just lump a bunch of things that you need to do today and just go about it, because that is the first step. It's not necessarily bad if you can, discipline yourself to give some time and room of rest between your works and stuff. Sure, if you can make it work, sure. But if you're like me, which is I'm not disciplined enough, so basically you need a little bit more force to give yourself discipline, right? So make sure you have this schedule that have timeline, and please follow it. No matter how hard it is, just follow it. It's going to be hard. Yeah, the first 3 days, first week, first 2 weeks even is going to be extremely hard. But then after a few weeks of doing it, you start to feel like, yeah, it start to become the habit, right? So that's basically it. Just try to create a schedule, try to follow it. And the second thing of try to keep your consistent, or try to be consistent, is to make sure you always have a good amount of passion in what you're doing. Okay, if you don't have enough passion on what you're doing, for example, I give like my personal experience here. I was working on a comic. It's been a while now. I have 4 chapters in, and yeah, everything just goes smooth right after. Right until the latest chapter I'm working on. I started to feel like this feels like a chore to me. I don't have enough passion to actually push that through. It feels like I don't know. It just feels different, because whenever I look back to my previous chapters and stuff, shit looks so whack. If you know what I mean. Things just doesn't sit well, and I don't like it. I don't like my work. That means like that's the passion kill right there. If you start to not like your own work, it's just going to kill your passion right away. It's different for illustration. Illustration doesn't take that much time. It doesn't take a long time of work. But for comic and stuff, it took so much time. It took so long of a timeline to create. So at some point you will lose this passion, because whenever you look back at your works and you're like, it looks sucks. and you feel like you don't want to do it. So what did I do? I redo stuff. I redraw my stuff. People has been calling me out for this shit because, you know, a lot of time when I'm streaming, when I draw on something, and before I significantly finish the drawing, I will look back at the drawing, just sit back, relax, and be like, do I like this drawing or not? If I don't, I just scrap it and start over. Because when you start over, at least the second time you do it, right? You already have the fundamental understanding, the basic understanding, even of what you try to create most of the time, right? And most of the time, to 99% of the time, when you redraw or you start over your project, the end result will look so much better than the one that you work on before. You get me? So that's why it's not really a I understand as a content creator, it's not really a effective way of do things, because you know you sometimes you just be stuck on redoing stuff over and over again and just not complete anything. It just doesn't accomplish anything. So it is not necessarily an effective way to do stuff. But I advise to you, if you don't like your work, redo it at least once. So you at least do it 2 times, right? I mean, at least redo it for a second time. I don't recommend do it for the 3rd time because at that point you're just being petty, you know. For the 2nd time, I think it's significantly necessary for you to you know, to go back, to kind of like sit back and relax and start over. Look at where the mistakes is and try to improve along that line. So yeah, there is also one of the key to keep yourself consistent, so that you don't think of any of your work as a chores. You rather think you rather have a passion towards it, right? So if you have a passion towards what you do, it's easier for you to follow your schedule. It's easier for you to keep consistent. So yeah, I think that's about it. If you like what you saw, just toss a like or subscribe if you're new here. Thank you so much for watching. And people out there, please be careful, protest in peace, and support the good cause, okay? All related links is down below. I see you guys in the next video. And remember, wash your hand, wash your ass. Bye bye.